Welcome to this video. My name is Father Patrick van der Vorst and I work at Westminster Cathedral, and I also run a website called Christian.art. And on that website I talk about art, and today that is exactly what we will do. We will look at a painting that expresses hope, and hope is the theme of our video today. And I chose a painting by Paul Signac, a painting from 1893. And when I saw the date, I thought, that date rings a bell. That was the very date that Westminster Cathedral, that the land for Westminster Cathedral was acquired. So actually for our diocese as well, it's a significant date. Right. When you look at the painting, what is the first thing that you will see? You will see this bursts of colors there, but it's very, very unusual. If now we zoom in onto the painting, you will see that rather than the painting or the artist having applied the paint by sort of brush strokes, he applied the paint by little dots. I'm sure many of you draw or paint, and when you will draw a figure, probably you will draw an outline of the figure or of the tree that you're doing. But the artist here applied tiny little dots. And these little dots, then when we step back with our eyes, then these little dots disappear and it comes these sort of patches of colors. And that is called pointillism, from the points, pointillism in French. Right, now I want you to do three things, answer three questions. The first question is, what do you actually see happening in this painting? It's set by the beach, and then have a close look. What is actually going on in the painting? And when you look at what's going on, the artist himself has placed himself in the painting. So can you identify and see where the artist actually placed himself in the painting? So that's the first question. What do you see? And then the second question is, I chose this painting to express everything about what Christian hope is and what hope is in our faith. So why do you think I chose this particular painting as a painting to express this Christian hope? And then the third thing, it's quite odd, but when you look at the bottom right corner, you will see a cockerel there. Well, the artist had very deep Christian faith. He went to Mass daily. So he painted this beautiful scene, and then he placed a cockerel in the bottom right corner. So can you tell us why the artist would have painted a cockerel in this painting? So now pause the video and have a close look. And then when you're ready to start playing the video again, then I will try and provide the answer to these three questions. Thank you. So now you managed to have a look at the painting. So the first question was, what do you see? And I think it's not really a trick question. What you see is all these people just literally having fun. So you see on the right, a man playing boules, which is a sort of throwing balls, and for the balls to sort of arrive as close to one another. Then in the distance, there's people dancing under a tree. Then there's some people sailing. And there's children playing on the beach, etc. So I think it's just a beautiful expression of just people having fun. And it's so beautifully conveyed onto the canvas. And that leads us then to the answer of the second question. Why did I choose this painting to express hope? Well, I think the answer is that when we are hopeful, then it brings all this joy. And that is what we see in this painting. It's all about joy, about having fun, about color, brightness, vitality, all of these things. So why are hope and joy so intricately linked in our faith? Well, I think if we have hope, then automatically that will bring joy. And think of it, when you look at the painting up closely, what do you see in the front? What has the artist placed at the very front of the painting? It's little flowers that are growing, little shoots that are growing. Normally by a beach, you don't really see that many flowers, but here the artist nevertheless has placed these flowers. And think of our faith, as our Christian faith, as a little seed. And when the seed is under the ground, it's sort of dark. Probably the seed is a bit scary. But that little seed can hear the voice of all these people playing in our painting. And so the seed sort of wants to grow, and that's it. The more we pray, the more we are serious about our faith and want to grow, then that will actually happen. And when that seed then sort of pops up from under this dark soil and puts its head out, it suddenly then sees the beauty of the world. And that is what hope is. Hope is all about growing in faith, and as we grow, we become more joyful. And then the third question was, why did the artist put the cockerel in the bottom right corner? Well, as I said, the artist was very serious about his faith. He went to daily mass. So he did not want to depict and paint a canvas that was just showing people having fun. No, he placed the cockerel there. And can you think of the gospel reading where a cockerel is mentioned? Well, it's Jesus telling St. Peter. He says, actually, you will deny me 3 times before the cock will crow. And so the artist places the cockerel there as a kind of an awareness, a call to awareness to also think of other people. That yes, by all means, have fun and be joyful in our faith, which we should, but we can never have true faith and be truly joyful unless we also think of other people. People who can maybe not afford to go to the beach or do all these wonderful things that you can see in our painting. So the cockerel there is a warning sign to all of us to always think of the other. And thank you for watching.